The following video contains content and/or language which may be considered unsuitable for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Davemadson Entertainment Inc. presents
The Adventures of Microsoft Sam and His Friends, Episode 6, A Day in Court.
Oh yes, the court is now in session. The Honorable Judge M.L. Shirley presiding.
First case.
The city versus Jack Smith.
What's the charge?
Assault and battery.
How do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
In that case, I sentence you to 30 days. Put him in a dry cell. Next case.
Microsoft Sam versus Microsoft Mike.
Microsoft Sam, what charge do you bring against Microsoft Mike?
Perjury, Your Honor.
And what evidence do you have to prove your case?
I charge that Microsoft Mike on many occasions denied he was an asswipe every time I called him an asswipe.
Your Honor, Sam's charge is frivolous. Order. Continue, Sam.
And I say that Mike's denials are blatant lies, because he was born an asswipe, which is what he is, and he can't change what he is.
Your Honor, that's not true.
Objection.
Order. Continue.
And furthermore, he refuses to admit he's an asswipe. Therefore, I charge that Microsoft Mike is guilty of perjury.
I am not.
You are too.
I am not.
You are too.
Order in the court. Does the plaintiff wish to call any witnesses?
Your Honor, I call Microsoft Anna to the stand.
This case is a waste of time. Everybody knows I'm innocent.
Take it easy, Mike. We'll have our chance.
Microsoft Anna, I trust you are familiar with the litigants in this case.
I am.
And you have a relationship with Sam.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
And you know about the ongoing feud between Sam and Mike.
I do.
Objection. This is a court of law, not a wedding ceremony. Overruled. Continue with your testimony, Anna.
Thank you, Your Honor. The other day, Sam and I were on the beach when Mike walked up to us and kicked sand in Sam's face.
Objection. Overruled. Continue.
Sam objected to having sand kicked in his face, so he grabbed a water bucket, scooped up some water from the ocean, and threw the water in Mike's face.
Tattletale.
Sam then said, and I quote him verbatim, "How do you like them apples, you asswipe?" and laughed.
And I might add, Your Honor, that only an asswipe can kick sand in people's faces on the beach. Therefore, that is our case.
Thank you. You may stand down now. Would the defense care to call any witnesses? Your Honor, I call Microsoft Mary to the stand.
Did I do okay, Sam?
You did good, Anna.
Sam and Anna's story sounds very amusing. There is some truth to their story. We were spending a day on the beach. And yes, Mike did kick some sand in Sam's face and Sam retaliated by dousing Mike in seawater.
Which is just what this asswipe deserves.
Well, boys will be boys. After that, Mike asked Sam why he threw seawater in his face. Sam said something that made Mike angry, and they got into a fight.
And then what happened?
Anna and I called the lifeguard over, and she ordered Sam and Mike to stop fighting or she'd throw them both off the beach. Good thing I had my first aid kit with me.
Mike can dish it out, but he can't take it.
She must be a very strong lifeguard.
First time I saw anybody give two guys a wedgie with the same finger at the same time.
I knew I should have grabbed the whistle from that dirty beach bitch and thrown her into the ocean when I had the opportunity.
Wouldn't you have felt silly if the lifeguard hadn't carried her whistle with her?
I wasn't talking about the lifeguard.
I think we have a clear picture of the events that led to this trial. This court stands in recess. while I review the case. I have gone over the records of the litigants in this case. I have no doubt that Sam and Mike have been given to name-calling, feuding and throwing tantrums. But just because one person calls another a dirty name doesn't necessarily make it so. In my judgment, no case of perjury exists, and I shall rule, therefore, that the charges against Microsoft Mike be dropped. Case dismissed. Court adjourned. How about that, Mary? We won.
See, Mike? I knew we'd do it. Let's go out for lunch.
Sam, why do you look so sad?
The court didn't see things my way. I still say Mike is an ASSWIP.
But did you hear what the judge said? Just saying someone is an ASSWIPE doesn't make it so.
I guess you're right, Anna. But I do have a bone to pick with that judge.
Haven't you had enough for one day?
That's just it. I won't let Mike's innocence ruin me.
Come on. I'll take you out for lunch. I know how you feel, Sam. Like Mick Jagger once sang, you can't always get what you want.
I agree, Anna. But we're all entitled to our own opinions, and I also agree when you and the judge said calling someone names doesn't make it so.
That's the spirit, Sam.
This has been a Davemadson Entertainment Inc. production.